Hi everybody, this is Kefren, your favorite French Canadian. Today I'm going to show you how to optimize your Call of Duty Warzone for the Xbox Series X. A lot of people is asking me question, what is the difference between the version of the Xbox and the PS5 and how to get the famous 120 FPS. So I will show you how to do it. The first thing I want to mention, right now I'm using a 1080p 60 FPS capture card, so I can't really show you like the real proper option for the hertz, but I will tell you where to change it, so it's pretty easy honestly. Also really important, Warzone, currently you can run it at 120 FPS on the Xbox, but you can't on the PS5. Last thing I'm doing, I did test in 1080p and 4K, sorry, but I heard that you can run the 2K version at 120 FPS also, so that's really cool if you have like a 2K monitor. It's a nice resolution, and also you're getting the FPS, so also you should definitely try this. So first of all, let's go to the settings. We'll start with the TV and display option. Press on it. The first thing is your resolution. Here normally you will see 720p, 1080p, and 4K. I'm selecting 1080p because I want my full 120 FPS. And normally just under the resolution you will have the hertz option, and you will have 60 or 120 hertz. You need to select the 120 Hz to get your 120 FPS, so really important. So you can't do it in 4K, you really need to go in 1080p, and I've heard 2K also. So the 2K, it's 1440p if you want like the proper number. After that, a thing that you can use is the 4K TV details. This is pretty much where you will have all the information about your TV and what's going on. So this is pretty much, if you don't understand why, if you have like HDR, do I get my 120 FPS and stuff like that? Because for me, I've used it to debug one of my TV because my LG OLED, I didn't get my HDR and I didn't understand why. It was because my deep black color were at off on the HDMI 4. So really important, just look at this and make sure that what you think you're currently running is there. After that, video mode, you have a lot of different options over there. If you can't allow auto low latency mode, this need to be checked if you have the option. Allow variable refresh rate, this is pretty much the FreeSync, it needs also to be checked, really important. The WCC 422, this is like, I will talk it very quickly, not in detail, but it's more like when you're playing a game in 4K, normally your Xbox will send 444, but if the Xbox don't have the bandwidth to whatever you ask, like for 4K 60 FPS, you ask for HDR and you don't have the bandwidth because you don't have the new HDMI, it will send 420. But the Xbox give you another option called the 422. So this is pretty much a backup plan when your Xbox can send 444 because you don't have the bandwidth. So you will just have like a better colors and stuff like that, less compression in your signal. So just check it. You will probably use it if you play like 4K games with HDR and etc, etc. After that, make sure that Halo 4K is unchecked, really important. Same thing with the HDR10, you really don't want to use that. And also Auto HDR, uncheck this also for when you play competitive game, I don't know, like Fortnite, Rocket League, Warzone, you don't want like HDR or some post-process Auto HDR. So just uncheck everything, you really need like a clean and smooth image. So this is pretty much it. The other option that you really need to make sure that everything is okay is in video fidelity and overscan. Make sure that your override is at auto detect, really important. After that, you have the color depth. Just make sure that you're playing 8 bits. You can go like 10 and 12, but it will take more resources on your bandwidth. And normally when you just play a 1080p 120 FPS game, you don't want to go crazy with this. So just stay at 8 bits. So this is pretty much it for the image quality. So another thing that you can do, it's the network settings. You can change your DNS because it really depends, but sometimes your internet provider don't give you like good DNS, so you can change it with like the best one on the market right now. It's Cloudflare. So I will show you how to do that. Click on network settings, go at advanced settings. After that, you need to click on DNS setting. I skipped this step because the IP is over there, and you need to press manual. So write 1.1.1.1. After that, press OK. And the secondary DNS, this is pretty much, again, a backup plan if you like, I don't know, something happened with the primary DNS. You don't want to lose internet because of this. So you have a backup plan. So the secondary is 1.0.0.1 and press OK. So after that, just go back and you will see an image called everything is good. So now you know that your internet is working and you have your brand new DNS. So let's go back again, back and back. So now we're getting back over there. Now we have a couple of options that we can change in the game itself. So we're gonna open Warzone, press A, it will connect to the game. So right now Warzone is running very smoothly on the Xbox. I'm really surprised because I was wondering, it's not like very friendly to show like a next gen configuration because like it's open map BR with like 150%, and even on the PC you're getting crazy amount of lag. And I'm really surprised it's running like really smoothly on the Series X, so I really enjoy it. So now let's press start and go to general. In general, you have the motion blur. So this one, the world motion blur, you want to disable this, really important. And you want also to disable the weapon motion blur. Those one you don't want to use blur. Blur, it's more like it was created for console. For an example, you're playing a game and it's only 30 FPS. When you add blur, it feels a little bit smoother, less choppy. So that's why it's pretty much exists. But when you play a competitive game, remove this. You want like a clean and fast image. So really important to do that. This is pretty much it. After that, it's more like settings that you already know. For audio mix, I'm using Boost I. I know a lot of people is asking me the question. And also, you can set the keyboard and mouse on the Xbox Series X. So that's really cool. You just plug and play like USB mouse and keyboard. I did a couple of tests and honestly, it's running like a PC. I'm really impressed with it. Like I don't have any issue with my sense or even the configuration of my keyboard. So that's good. You have two different options that you can use, your gamepad or your keyboard and mouse. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any question about Call of Duty Warzone on Xbox Series X, just comment in the YouTube section. Any question about the console configuration, also TVs and monitor. I know a couple of stuff, and I had to debug a lot of different problems with my monitor and my TV. So I'm pretty sure I can help you. And also, don't forget to subscribe to that channel. Peace.